Welcome to Sunset Hotline. I'm Marcus, and I'm here with Nunyub. We're going to be talking to you today about remakes and the effect remakes have on society as we know them. So, Nunyub, first off, thank you for joining me.
Hey, glad to be here.
It's always a pleasure. Let's go ahead and start with one that I know you've been wanting to talk about. Coming to America.
It's personal for me. I mean, all I got to say is I know people that have actually come to America. And when it comes to the American story, there's nothing better.
It is a classic. Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, and James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
Right?
America's treasure. He was, I dare say, James Earl Jones was Morgan Freeman before Morgan Freeman was Morgan Freeman.
Well said.
All right.
I mean,
the narrator. They were like the narrator in chief. Their voice was the soothing voice for America.
Yeah, he rode that train all the way home.
You know, I'm pretty sure James Earl Jones was not only Mufasa in the cartoon, but when Disney went and remade all of The Lion King, James Earl Jones is still Mufasa in the new one. He transcended the remake.
I didn't know that.
It's pretty amazing.
I do remember him in some other movies like Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
He was a little bit of an eccentric weirdo. And I wonder if they remade that, if he would be revisiting that role.
I'd like to think so.
Field of Nightmares.
Well, no. I mean,
plus... Let's talk about Coming to America. The first thing about Coming to America, the title that's really interesting, is that you can easily replace T-O with the number 2.
It's a synonym.
Like
Marcus,
Boys
right.
to Men. Boys to Men, right?
Yep.
2 Live Crew.
Yep.
So...
To Wong Fu.
Nunyub, can you go ahead and show us maybe the classic movie poster of
It would be
Coming
my
to
pleasure.
America? Let's see what that looks like.
Let's just take it in all its glory. It's a red carpet going through New York City, Queens to be specific, where Hakeem came to meet his queen. And look at that outfit he's in. He's got a sharp suit.
Mm-hmm. And for those of you who don't know the plot, I'm a little bit fuzzy, but if I remember, Eddie Murphy is a prince who, for some reason, wants to go check out America, and Arsenio Hall is his brother?
Is his keeper, if you will. I mean,
Okay.
Prince Hakeem is the Prince of Zamunda, which is a fictional country in Africa. But I want to say that there's some funny stat that like Americans were like all pretty pro going, and no, I'm thinking of Agrabah, where like most Americans were willing to bomb Agrabah if they needed to. It doesn't exist. Anyways, however, Zamunda is a kingdom in Africa that essentially Hakeem was going to be married to this woman who was willing to just be whoever she needed him to be. Like, he would say, "What do you like?" And she would say, "Whatever you like." And he's like, "Well, what kind of music do you listen to?" And she'd be like, "Whatever music you listen to." And he was like, "No, I want a strong, independent woman."
Yeah.
And because he wanted a strong, independent woman, he wanted to go try and find her in America.
Okay.
So he convinced his dad that he was just going to go, party it up and then come home and get married to the original arranged marriage.
Yes.
But in fact, he was looking for his true love.
Oh, okay. And when he comes here, he decides to start at the bottom, or is it that no one takes him seriously? Because I remember him working at a fast food restaurant.
Well, McDowell's is what you're thinking of. It's a great reference there. Basically, he doesn't want people to he wants her to be in love with him for him.
Okay.
He wants her to not just be enamored with his money. And so, exactly, he wants to just join society, kind of throw away the wealth that is kind of assumed to be part of his lifestyle. Simi, played by Arsenio Hall, his loyal servant, if you will, hates that. He's not cool with it, but he goes along with it reluctantly.
Okay. All right. So, plot point, if we were to, fast forward through it, basically, I do remember a very comical character, which I'm sure you're going to tell me the name of him, but he's the guy who does like the Jerry curl hairspray stuff. What is that guy's
Oh yeah,
name?
I don't. I think his name's Derek, but what I remember especially is that he was the scion, if you will, the son of the Soul Glow,
Soul Glow.
the Soul Glow wealth, franchise, and so there was that whole song that was like, "Just let your soul glow."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I apologize to all of you that just heard that, but I
Yeah.
mean that was like the best part of the movie.
He had a music or a commercial.
Just let your soul glow.
Yeah,
That was
and
closer.
that
That was
guy. Who was that guy? Who was the? Can you pull up Internet Movie Database? I see you have it up there as a
But
tab.
if I could just tell you right now, he was definitely the guy who played a doctor in some show. I want to say ER or some other show.
Okay, let's check it out. I mean, we might
let's
be going
check it
down a
out,
rabbit
so-
trail. I'm just curious about that guy real quick. Okay, where is that guy? Let's find him. I don't see him. That's weird. It's like he was erased from history.
No way. Did you know that Cuba Gooding Jr. was the boy getting a haircut?
No, I didn't know that. That is
I
an
definitely
interesting-
did not know that either.
He's
I
got a
want to
voice
say his
like
last name's
Michael
like
Jackson.
LaFar.
He's got a real Michael Jackson voice. I don't know if he ever needs to get into voice acting. I remember watching that movie with Robin Williams in particular. What was that? Something Dreams May Come. And I remember thinking, whoa, Cuba's voice in this one in particular is just angelic, just like Jackson. You know, my favorite movie with him will always be Gladiator. Have you seen that? Gladiator, the boxing movie, the bare knuckle boxing movie. It's
Okay, I was
got
thinking Russell Crowe. Sorry.
it's
Forgive me.
got Brian Dennehy in it, and let's see, the guy who plays James in Twin Peaks.
That's sweet. I haven't seen it.
Ruben, no, I don't know where that guy is, dude. That's too bad.
I'm telling you, he's famous.
I know he is famous. I've seen him too. All right, well, tell us who it is in the comments. We got to move on. Let's talk about the new movie coming out, Coming to America Part 2. So, looks like we got Arsenio and we got Eddie Murphy. What else we got? We got some pictures, the cast. Maybe scroll down. Let's see who's in this. So,
Got some Tracy Morgan, Leslie Jones.
Tracy Morgan, Wesley Snipes. Holy shit! Now, was Wesley Snipes in the first one? He wasn't.
I
Was
don't
he?
know.
Yeah, I don't think so. Louis Anderson. I thought he was dead.
Louis Anderson was definitely in the first one. I thought James Earl Jones was dead, to be honest.
Whoa, I don't think so.
Rick Ross?
Rick Ross. Self.
Yeah.
Plays himself.
Yeah.
Well, that movie's
Yeah.
gonna probably suck, man. I don't know. Do you think it's gonna be good?
Yeah, I don't think it could possibly be bad. I mean, look at this. Akeem learns he has a long-lost son in the United States and must return to America to meet the unlikely heir to the throne of Zamunda, a sequel. You know what kills me? Do you know what kills me about that plotline? It means that their true love that I found at the end of the first movie didn't last forever. And it turns out that they just had a love child and then she left back to the U.S. She apparently, like, that's what I want to talk about. What was it about being a queen of Zamunda that she just couldn't handle?
I don't know. Could be a lot of things. So let's see what the director's done. Click. You see Craig Brewer. Will you click on him? I just want to see what else he directed. Oh boy, he's got a nice hat. Scroll down a little bit. Let's see what movies he's done. Known for. Oh shit, Hustle and Flow. Now, that movie. Oh, and Black Snake Moan. Interesting. I like Hustle and Flow. Scroll up a little bit there. Yeah, there you go. Known for. Have you seen Hustle and Flow?
I've not.
It's good. It's
Is
really
50 Cent involved
surprisingly
at
good.
all?
I don't remember who's in it, man, but it's got one dude who ended up being pretty big.
Okay, strangely, I think I may have seen Hustle and Flow, and I seem to remember that it was
It's
badass.
it is actually really good, and the music is surprisingly good too.
Huh.
I honestly think that. Now, Black Snake Moan, it's kind of cool. It wasn't really that like captivating. I mean, the girl was half naked in it almost the whole way through it. What was her name? Like it's Lindsay Lohan or something.
Which I think is like, meh.
And I didn't see Tarzan, The Legend of Tarzan. What? So I don't know. Interesting though. Hustle and Flow. That must be his breakout. 2005. Oh, he did The Poor and Hungry. I don't know what that is either. So anyway,
No.
let's say. What would you say then, Nunyub? Would you say that Coming to America is a must-watch for you?
Well, for
Coming to
me, I mean, again,
America.
it was prolific. Coming to America was a prolific enough movie
Yeah.
that I'm definitely gonna see this one. I mean,
Okay.
I
Okay.
can't wait. I would have gone to see it in theaters if I could have. I know that I would have been disappointed. Like, there's no way that these remakes can ever live up to them. Like, I don't know if any of you tried to watch the remake of The Lion King. It was
I'm gonna.
underwhelming.
So after this, I'm gonna talk about a remake that has already been released that I feel superseded the original. Yeah.
Are you including sequels? Because are we talking
No,
sequels
this is a
also?
remake. This is a remake. So
Okay.
so basically, and it may be the only remake in history that's done that. So let's go ahead and transition over to that. But on the hype level for you, Coming to America is definitely what, a 10 for you? You want to see that?
No, no,
What is
I'd
it?
say 6 popcorns at best. But it's an
Six.
eager 6 popcorns.
I'm gonna give it a 5, but I'm gonna pour some Reese's Pieces in the popcorn to
Wow.
make it a little bit more exciting.
That sounds extra delicious. So
All right,
I'm going to
so
pull this up. Where am I going?
I would like you to pull up the original movie with Sylvester Stallone. You ready? Judge Dredd. Okay. So Judge Dredd came out, I don't know what year, man. Was it like 94? I'm just guessing.
It was a great guess. It was 95.
Holy shit. Yeah. Now, they made some video games off of that. Definitely a pretty cool movie poster, I gotta say. And as
He looks
far
like a
as,
Power Ranger.
yeah. So the thing that kind of is weird for me about this movie is it sort of blends into Demolition Man a little bit. And I think that Demolition Man is a more memorable movie because of Wesley Snipes' performance. And I feel like the storyline is better. Sandra Bullock in Demolition Man is pretty good too, but this is pretty forgettable. Is Dennis Hopper in this? I'm trying to remember like much about this story at all. Like, all I know is Judge Dredd is based off of, if I'm not mistaken, the comic book, which is very violent. So who do we got? It's definitely not Dennis Hopper.
Rob Schneider plays Fergie. I didn't even know Fergie was a thing back in 1995. He plays Fergie?
I don't know. I think that's just a coincidence, dude.
Robbie Schneider is singing My Humps and Judge Dredd?
It's definitely not that. So what is Armand Asante? Can we click on that guy? Is that the main bad guy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. See, I thought Dennis Hopper, not too far off. Dude, what else is that guy? Is he in Human Centipede? Is that the main...
I've definitely not seen Human Centipede.
Oh, no,
so-
he's Gotti. Gotti.
Gotcha.
Interesting. You haven't seen Human Centipede?
No, it sounds scary. I scare easily.
It's terrifying. Okay. What I'd like you to do now is type in, I think it's just Dread. Yeah, John Gotti. I remember.
Out of curiosity, I don't know why this guy reminds me of him, but have you seen the movie Pool Hall Junkies?
No.
Oh, that breaks my heart. It's a great movie.
Okay.
All right, so who am I pulling up next?
Dread. Just type in DREDD.
DREDD.
Yep. There you go. So this movie
Judgment is coming.
kicks ass, dude. It kicks ass. It is so much like the original source material. Basically, he's going up through, if I remember, I'm going off of, I saw this a long time ago, but he's like basically going through this crazy apartment complex that is sort of like a slum. And I don't remember what he's doing. It's like if he's going through and just killing bad guys, dude. I don't know, but it is a badass movie. It is so good compared to the original. Okay. And the guy, can you go back to the the main screen there? I want to look at the cast here.
You're saying Carl Urban did it for you in a way that Sylvester Stallone couldn't?
What's crazy, dude, is click on one of the pictures of Carl Urban. I don't know who that guy is, but click on down below where it says photos. Yep. And go to the right. Just like thumb through some of these. Let's look at some of these. Find that one. So yeah, see how he's got a good frown like this the whole time. It's actually
I've never
awesome,
taken the
dude.
time to appreciate a man's frown, but you're right. That is a quality frown.
And let's see if there's any more.
You know who else frowns a lot? Mobsters.
This is just a great.
Yeah. See, it's the curvature.
Yeah.
It's a. Yeah, I see it.
I recommend it. I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, I want you to go check it out. Let me know if you think it's better or worse than Sylvester Stallone's Judgment.
Marcus, I'm not going to lie. From now on, this is how I talk.
Yeah.
This is the look. I learned that just now.
It's something that'll come in handy. I think also Batman.
I feel like mobsters also do this quite a bit.
Arthur. It's time to get to the Batmobile.
Yeah, so Batman, the ultimate remake, right? I mean, they just keep remaking it. What do you think about the fact that there's all these new actors? And Michael Keaton and like can we go through the Batmans?
Yeah, where do we start? I mean, do we
Michael
start
Keaton.
at 1989?
Okay, Adam West, I guess, in theory.
Yeah, but I mean, cinema. There
Cinema
was Batman
being
the
Michael
movie.
Keaton.
Holy shit, there was a Batman movie, though, now I think about it, from like 67.
Yeah. God, they were good at walking up walls sideways. But here's what I want to say is, did you notice that Batman back in like 1980 whatever had the internet? Like way before we did.
I don't remember him being online.
Okay, fair enough. I don't remember him being online. I remember him having this dope ass like 3 screens around him, like him being in the Batcave and being on a computer looking up stuff, which I'm assuming was internet based. It could have been his own hard drive. That's very true.
It probably wasn't AOL, but maybe CompuServe.
I don't know. Could have been Netscape.
Netscape was a web browser, but NetZero was something.
That's what I meant.
And I had, check this out, NetZero had a promotion once in 2001. You sign up with them. I think it was $19 a month, maybe, dial up. And they would send you things. And in particular, I got a DVD player from them. I canceled and re-signed up, and they sent me another DVD player. So I had 2 DVD players.
Internet companies were making so much money that not only would they just randomly send you CDs back in the day, but they would send you a DVD player. Like, isn't that a sign that somebody's making too much money off of you when they just send you gimmicky stuff like that?
Yeah, my first DVD player was from NetZero.
Bullshit.
I mean,
bullshit,
like my
bullshit.
actual console DVD player. I actually gave
I'd
the
like
other
to take
one.
a moment to thank NetZero for Marcus's.
And my girlfriend at the time, she got the other one. So I had 2 DVD players from them.
God, I thought you were about to say they sent you her too. I was like, damn, NetZero is hooking it up.
All right, so are you ready to talk about the next remake?
Yes.
All right, Nunyub. Let's do it. I did the last one, so that was DREDD You did Coming to
Okay,
America. What's
okay.
next?
Well, I don't even know that I need to pull this one up. I just want to talk shit for a moment about the newest Lion King. Can I
Yeah,
just say that some things are meant to remain cartoons and they're not made better
yeah.
by CGI?
I literally
That's all I
could.
have to say about that.
I haven't seen anything from this other than I just know it's a live action movie, and
Turns out live action is worse when it comes to things that you admire from your childhood. Because like some things are like better as cartoons. Watching a real lion eat a real like animal is kind of sad.
I don't have any. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like the only thing that I remember that I could relate to being very young, and it is a Disney thing. One of my favorite cartoons when I was a little kid was Winnie the Pooh. It it was a classic cartoon. If you haven't seen it, it's a great cartoon. There was even a somewhat scary part where was it Piglet gets stuck in the swamp looking for Pooh? I don't remember. And there's just some cool shit in it. It's not, it's Tigger and all the scary Huffalumps and Woozles. That's very frightening. Then I saw the live action Winnie the Pooh on the Disney Channel. I didn't get the Disney Channel when I was a kid, but once in a while, if you had cable,
Are you talking about where the like Christopher Robin grew up and like he still found Winnie the Pooh and like is that the same thing? Is it called Christopher Robin or is that different?
I think that might be a movie. Shit, that's something else. But what I'm getting at is they made a live action TV show in the 80s of Winnie the Pooh on the Disney Channel, and it was, when I say live action, it was like
A puppet?
no, they weren't puppets. They were like full size people in full size costumes. Can we just
Kind of like the 1992 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Yeah, but
movie.
can you just pull it up on your computer there, buddy?
Oh, I'd be happy to. I'd be happy to.
Let's see it. Yeah, I want to see this and see if people remember this because it was a little freaky. I mean, I remember at the same time I remember Fraggle Rock being really popular, and Fraggle Rock was way cool.
Obviously,
and
the shit.
this was interesting. This Winnie the Pooh thing was like a little bit freaky. If I remember right, their mouths didn't move, which kind of freaked me out. It's Pooh with an H. And type in, hold on, go. You can't just search Winnie the Pooh. Type in Winnie the Pooh 80s. Oh my
That was
god.
an accident. I'm sorry.
80s live action Disney Channel. Not film. It's a show. There we go. Let's see what's.
Ew.
Yes. Holy shit.
Ew.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Now, this
I'm so sorry that this was part of your childhood.
It wasn't. It wasn't. Thank God. I'm just saying that the Disney Channel would give you like a free weekend of Disney programming. Like, you'd have basic cable and you'd get some really cool shit. You'd get like Nickelodeon, which was all I watched when I did have any cable. But once in a while, you'd get like a few days of Disney, and this would pop up, man, and it was terrifying. So it must be called The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I think that's what it was. Anyway, that's what I would consider to be live action, and it was something about it was a little freaky. Anyway,
Can I just say that sounds more like Winnie the Poop?
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a Winnie the shit. That's for sure. Okay, can you take over and show us another remake?
I'd be happy to. So, I mean, let's just obviously go into the one that we're most excited for here. And let's just talk about the original, Top Gun.
All right, Top Gun.
1986. It was a good year.
What the fuck was that? Did you see that was a Top Gun 55? What?
What?
Am I tripping out? I thought it said Top Gun 1955. That's okay.
No. I don't know exactly what year fighter jets became mainstream.
I'm just saying it was, it must have been top fun. Okay.
Fun. That's
so,
exactly what I was going. Kelly McGillis.
Yep.
Tom Cruise. And the way that this looks, you see this fighter jet? That takes my breath away.
Okay. So why don't you give a synopsis of the movie real quick?
Happy to. Basically, Pete Mitchell is a young hotshot.
Okay.
Hotshot going through flight school. He wants to be a fighter jet pilot, much like his dad. Fortunately, his dad taken down. As much of a hero as his dad was, unfortunately, his dad got down. And
Yes, sir.
Maverick, as his call sign, his call name was kind of always fighting his ghost. He was trying to live up, prove himself comparatively to that
Did you
dad had
mean
been shot down.
did you mean goose? You said ghost.
I meant his dad's ghost. It's funny you bring up the word ghost because Ghost Rider,
Oh, yeah.
Ghost Rider, which was a great PBS show for those of us that didn't have cable, but basically Ghost Rider or Ghost Man or some call sign. Goose was Maverick's best friend, and Goose very famously was married to Meg Ryan.
Nunyub, your audio is getting whacked. I don't know what's happening, man. Did you bump a cable or something?
It's very possible.
It's
Sorry.
in and out. Something's weird.
Something's
Well,
weird.
let me just give you a little synopsis while he fixes his audio.
Yeah.
So Val Kilmer's in this movie too, and this might be one of the best Val Kilmer '80s movies. Am I wrong, Nunyub?
I'm Maverick.
All I have to say is Val Kilmer and gum.
That's right, a naval aviator.
He
He's
chooses a lot
good
of
with the gum.
Yep.
He chooses gum like a dick. In a cool way, though. Like,
So
you're like,
yeah.
yeah.
So would you say that the antagonist in this movie is Val Kilmer, or would you say that they are not that, and that they are actually best buds forever?
Well, hard to say. I mean, on the one hand, it's definitely Val Kilmer. I mean, their relationship is what comes into to blossom throughout. I hate to spoil it, but at the end, Val Kilmer says you can be my wingman anytime, kind of showing that Maverick has earned his trust. And yeah, at the same time, I want to point out that there's Russians involved. They're kind of the real antagonists because when the war is called upon, these guys from Top Gun are called to go fight. So
MiGs. They're taking down MiGs.
they're taking down MiGs.
And also, I don't think I said this, and neither did you, and your audio's fixed, by the way. Goose, a.k.a. Val Kilmer,
Nope.
is...
Nope.
Wait, I'm
Val
sorry, I had a
Kilmer is
background.
Iceman.
You're right. Iceman, thank you, the Iceman, thanks. Jesus. Val Kilmer is the experienced pilot of the, what would you call it, crew? Flight crew?
I mean, I'd call it, squadron. I guess would
Squadron.
be the word I'd
Yes.
use.
That's it.
If we can just go back to Goose, though, again, married to Meg Ryan, and again, very heartbreaking. Goose ends up, not making
Yeah,
it, sadly,
yeah.
due to an accident that is not Pete Mitchell's fault. They end up giving him a full pardon in that respect. However, one of my favorite movies was when he plays the piano and sings the song Great Balls of Fire.
By Jerry Lee Lewis.
It's one of the best. I mean, and let's not forget the wonderful scene where they all play volleyball.
What is the song that plays during that? Do you remember?
No. I
So
feel like
anyway,
it's
let's...
good, though.
Okay, so clearly the movie is a classic, and like you can see,
Music
there,
is
it says-
classical. We can't stop talking about this movie without talking about the music, right? Highway to the Danger Zone,
Yeah.
Take My Breath Away.
Let's just say Danger Zone kicks ass. I'll agree with you on that. I love the catch line, the catchphrase up there with the best of the best. That's how you know you're into some shit right there. And you're
It's
right.
Top Gun.
Yeah, like can you pull up some other posters maybe? I mean, I feel like that was not the only poster that I remember. You can thumb through them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there you go. Boom. Oh, there's the VHS. Oh, there's another one. Look at all those VHS fucking re-releases. That's awesome. That's like straight out of... That's badass. Oh, yeah.
Now,
There's the laser
where
disc.
I live, there are fighter jets that fly overhead every day. And I think to myself every day, How cool is that? That there are fighter jets flying over. And I think to myself, how cool is it that I live in an area in the world where when I hear a fighter jet going over me, I go, cool. As opposed to, fuck.
Yeah. I don't remember what day it was. I also live next to an air base, and there was God, what was it? It was like Memorial Day at 9 a.m. And I think they went by where you live too, man. And they were like two of the like Blue Angels or something. And they like did a path. Anyway, it was pretty rad. Okay, so there's Goose. Nice clothes, Goose.
There's Goose's wife.
And Meg Ryan, who is a hot widow.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about the remake, which I know everybody is pumped up for. I
think we're all a little sad to see how
Maverick.
Val Kilmer comes in, and it turns out Val Kilmer's not been as healthy as he could have been. I mean, that's the hardest thing to see, am I right?
Yeah, and that's not his fault. I mean, that's like he's got like what is it? It's I don't know if it's cancer or something, but some like throat or
I don't know that the way anybody looks is really their fault.
Well, sure it is, man. Sometimes people like take drugs and get all fucked up. I mean, like sometimes people do a lot of plastic surgery, like Mickey Rourke. You're gonna say that's not his fault? By the way, that movie Barfly. Have you guys seen Barfly? Mickey Rourke was the shit back in the day, man. And I still think he can act like a motherfucker. One movie that I saw was, which was it? Expendables 2. And it was like the whole movie, all these guys are just like, and then you get to Mickey Rourke and it's like, oh my God, that guy still can act. Like, he steals the movie in that action movie. He comes on, he's like, actually delivers his lines with like, anyway, Mickey Rourke can act. But I feel like he did that to himself. That's all I mean. So tell me about the remake, man. Can we look at some of the pictures? Look, there's John Hamm.
I saw that John Hamm.
Is that Conan O'Brien? What the? Can you click on some of those pictures up there under photos? I'm just curious. Is that Conan O'Brien?
Looks like Conan O'Brien.
Why is he in this? What? What the hell? Interesting. There's Tom Cruise. Look at the way he's holding his mic. That was weird. That's weird.
You know what Tom Cruise's best character is ever? What would you say?
Like ever?
All time.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Tropic Thunder.
Oh yeah, that is fucking hilarious.
He nails it.
Yeah, he's very funny in that. Absolutely.
I mean, in a way that you don't expect Tom Cruise to be funny. Like, it was very, very funny.
Wasn't it like Stu Grossman or something? That's what he played. I can't remember.
Yeah. All I remember is he just goes, Big Dick Daddy. I don't recall.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, it was G5. Like, he was just being pretty funny. So, I take it that Tom Cruise is now the flight instructor that the guy from Picket Fences was before?
Oh, yeah. Right. Huh.
What? Are there women playing volleyball this time?
Looks like it.
Hang on. Are there female guys? Wait.
Female guys?
I came out wrong. Now, this was probably the best scene.
This is straight out of Mission Impossible 2, John Woo. The movie that was filmed in slow motion. The movie that was entirely in slow motion, and if you sped it up, it's only 22 minutes long.
Yep. That's great. That is great. As far as other remakes are coming out, I feel like there was one other remake. I mean, again, Aladdin remade, Lion King remade.
Mm-hmm. I think
Top
what
Gun
we'll do
remade.
I think what we'll do here is we will do a separate follow-up video on more remakes because there are some others that I'd like to discuss. But
naturally,
you know, I feel like we covered quite a lot here.
Hey, I think this was good.
But real quick, hype level 1 to 10. What are you thinking on this Top Gun 2 Maverick?
I'm gonna give it a 9. I
9.
can't wait to see it again. It was just one of those. It was so influential to me as a child that I can't really wait. Again, fighter jets are the coolest. I'd like to dream about going in a fighter jet someday. I'm sorry. Can we just talk about how Tom Cruise seems to have gone a bit cray and then still seems to be able to make movies? How is that working?
Because this is just me. Maybe it's a little bit of my own opinion. When you asked me what movie do I think he's done the best in, I feel like that's a very tough thing, because I think that Tom Cruise, and this is something that you can look up, but one reason why he's made so much money is because he is the guy who will make the movie and get paid based on profits of the movie. So he chooses scripts that he thinks will make money. And so as opposed to the guy who says, hey, I want 10 million, he'll take a lower amount but then make residual income on the box office sales. And he knows how to, I think, read a script and understand. But just to rattle off a few here, a few Good Men. I think that's a stellar movie. I think
Firm,
even
Cocktail,
Magnolia is pretty good with him. I would say Days of Thunder. Yeah, you said Cocktail. Risky Business is kind of funny. I think two of my favorite movies that he's in are
The Masks,
The Color of
Sex
Money.
and the Masks. Oh, The Color of Money is obviously a classic.
Yeah, The
No
Color of
doubt
Money.
about that.
You're The Sex and the Masks. Yeah, you're talking about
Vanilla Sky.
Eyes Wide Shut. Vanilla Sky's pretty cool too.
Yeah,
I think the movie Oblivion is pretty cool.
not seen it.
He relives moment, like he keeps dying. Anyway, it's
Like
a good
Groundhog
movie.
Day?
Yeah, except in war, like futuristic war. I mean,
like
I
he's
don't
his
know.
own Halo character? Like he
Actually,
just
there were
respawns?
comparisons to saying it was like a video game. Yeah, because he goes to war and he dies and then he comes back. Yep.
Huh.
It's a pretty, I mean, whatever. It's not an amazing movie. I'm just saying there's just so many that he's done, though, where, I've had this conversation before, but if you're to compare him with other, actors in his genre, I think that he's maintained sort of a good, the way he acts and his level of commitment to the roles is pretty serious. Like, what was that one movie, man, with him? There's a lot of stories about him getting into the role. I guess he does, method acting, where, he just commits and just goes nuts, and people are like, dude, you need to calm down.
There's literally only one actor that I could say is potentially at the same level. That's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Well, what's funny is that I can think of people who are better actors than Tom Cruise for sure, but consistently, and in his many classic movies, that's hard to top, because he was sort of in all those 80s and 90s movies and continued to just Mission Impossible and all those, man. I mean, they're good.
I'm sorry, but Tropic Thunder was the thing that allowed us to say, yes, he is this caricature among himself, and yet he's still funny. He can be funny about it.
That whole movie is amazing.
Like, I wanted to be a fighter jet pilot. We wanted to be his character.
Yeah. So you know how Days of Thunder was pretty awesome, and Robert Duvall was in it? Well, as a kid, I was always like, yeah, NASCAR is kind of cool. But you know what I wanted at the time when that came out, which I think was 92. I don't know, I'm guessing. I wanted there to be a movie with the whole cast, and instead of it being NASCAR, I wanted it to be monster trucks.
Dope. Off-Road. The movie Off-Road.
Yeah. I mean, it was actual monster trucks, and Tom Cruise is driving Gravedigger, or maybe Bigfoot, and then you've got, somebody else driving.
You've got the villain and the Saurus.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Isness. I appreciate it. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Sunset Hotline is just getting started. If you'd like to throw down some suggestions for remakes, let us know. We definitely have a few, I think, that we want to discuss, but this was fun. So thanks for joining us. Until next time, you guys know what to do. You're going to keep that shit retro by watching Top Gun later on.